thought we was playing. We are live right now.
Shit, I can't. Just trying to get it to them.
You probably gonna get both of them. You get you. They hear me. They hear me. Plus I got them over here too, so you good.
They want to let me do it live sideways.
Oh.
It's your boy, Big Self, FHO's HNIC, Mr. MB everywhere. FHO is a lifestyle, a movement, grown folks business.
Damn. It's Big Cell. What that mouth do besides tell the truth on FHO Podcast Radio.
Say, man, what's happening, man? What it is? Wednesday. Damn, my days is going. Is it Wednesday already?
Wednesday.
Man, 2 more days, Savannah, man. We in that joint, man. It is Wednesday night, man. We on. Listen, man, it's been a long time coming. I really just been sitting back, just watching everything, parlaying everything. And believe it or not, this man to my left, if you guys on YouTube, you can see him. Me and him chop it up about, our conversations are totally different. Even though we come from the bike set and we're both motorcycle related, he's actually a major figure in the bike game, but we'll let him, if he decides to tell you that, he will. But our conversations are so different because it's on everyday life and uplifting in the whole 9 yards. So it's really a pleasure for me to have him here in the studio tonight to talk about this subject, man, and to talk about, the state of us as black people. All this old Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter stuff. I totally disagree that Black lives do not matter. But we're going to get into that tonight, man, live right here on FHO Podcast Radio. So we got the call-in number on deck. I'll be playing some videos, some snippets and stuff. And it's going to be going down, man, in a major, major way, man. So it is what it is. I will let him introduce himself, and then we're going to go straight at it.
What's up, everybody? Those who don't know, my name is Errol, originally from LA, live out here in Atlanta now. And before we get started, I was going to say this, but somebody already commented on mine talking shit about it. I'm in his studio, so this Dallas Cowboy thing.
Say, man. Say, man.
I don't have nothing to do with it, so don't call me.
What team you need me to put up there?
Huh?
What team you need me to put up there?
It's fine.
I know, but I just
don't want them to think that.
What team do you need me to put up there?
We could put the Saints up there.
It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen at all.
Saints, Rams, and Raiders. That's where I go.
Neither one of them. All three. So it is what it is, man. Tonight, man, we on tonight, and again, man, this is gonna be somewhat of a political conversation. We're gonna get into this stuff real heavy, and just make this thing, go as smooth as possible. There's been a lot of stuff going on in the news, and you guys have been seeing it, man, and it is amazing. That's all I'm gonna say. It's amazing and it's unbelievable. And I don't even know if it's unbelievable. Can we even call it unbelievable, Earl? Is it just?
It ain't unbelievable. I mean, shit, it's been going on
Since the beginning of time.
Yeah, since we've been here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so there it is. There, man. My man Earl say, "No, it ain't unbelievable. It's just what it is, man." So we're gonna get into it, man. Let me give some rundowns of who I got, man, on here. Y'all like to hear your name called. So AW. Scion, Tow Truck W, what up? M. Clark, Arnita Stevens, David McClendon, C. Partlow, WS6 Percy, what up with it? D. John, New York, what up? SC, what up, everybody? That's really all I can see on my YouTube. So, and right here on my Facebook, Fabian, what up? Jerbina, what up? Ken, hey, Mr. Ken Barner, Angela Benton, Shadrack Lawrence, and Macone Catchings, Kiki Edwards, Michael Greason, Derek Knock Steele. Wow, the fuck you come up with a name? All that on one name. Rasheed McDuffie, Kenneth Reese, Mike Mickens, Bobby Boo Show. What up? What up, Bobby? John Davis, Herman Board, Soul Brother Sleepy. What up with it? Roselle Nunn, Ponto Racer, Nico Sorrells, Mr. Darryl Norwood, my man Dirty D was happening. And Stacy Stewart, my girl Stacy, you should have got your slippers today, if not tomorrow. Chiquita, what up? Rodriguez, Breed Barnes, what up? Mike Pullum, and Daryl Smith, man. So we on today, man. So we're gonna kick this thing off. I'm gonna play these videos. I'm gonna play the video.
Hey, can you tell them your YouTube channel? I got a couple back.
My YouTube channel is FHO Atlanta GA.
Okay,
they should know that. FHO Atlanta GA, the hottest YouTube channel out right now. And when you go there, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of all upcoming live and or videos posted. What up, Rebecca? So let's see. Let's start off with this video right here. Okay, first off, we're talking about Amber Guyger tonight. Let's just, before we get into a video, Earl, what the hell happened and what's going on?
Well, I'm more disappointed at the reaction from the black folks, like from the judge, the bailiff, the brother, and the juror. The juror. That's what has me more aggravated than anything, because, you know, for us, we already expected it was going to be some bullshit anyway, because there's always some bullshit when it comes to us. Okay. You know, but to see the reaction of them being so loving and caring towards her, that's what really burned me up. Gotcha. You know, that was disgusting to me. And I won't even get so much on even though the brother part was, but let's just say he mourning. Just give him that. But
I can't even give him that. I can't even give him that. But like I said, go and get finished. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to give him that either. I'm just saying, just for the sake of it. Yeah. But the judge, the bailiff, the juror, and all, man, that was some straight bullshit. Yeah, that's straight bullshit, and that's why we don't get no respect. You know, we always so loving and forgiving, that's why we constantly keep getting kicked in our ass. That part. And I'm furious.
I'm furious about it too. So we're gonna play this video. And one of the things I want to say too, I want you guys. This is what I want y'all to hear. I want y'all to hear and see and put this shit together, because this is what I'm gonna tell you right now. It really ain't a big concern to you, but if it was to happen to you, and this is why I'm fierce, why I'm upset and why I'm furious, is because I've been there. I've been this close to it before. I've been this close to mistaken identity. Damn near got shot and had my ass whipped by the police and all this other type of shit. Coming out of South Central LA, Compton, Watts, Long Beach Valley, and all that other shit. I done been there before. So that's what I'm saying. So I understand, what the fuck is going on and how fucked up it is. And like I said, Lord, thank God that I'm even still here to tell about it, because there was a couple of situations that I could not have, it could have went just all the way there and I would have been here. Growing up on the streets of LA, and you don't have to be doing it. And this right here proves that you don't have to be doing absolutely nothing.
You could be sitting in your own house eating some ice cream.
We could be sitting right now doing this podcast and they kicking the door and it's over with. But that's why I'm furious. But we're gonna play some of these videos, man, and just kind of let you hear this stuff right here, man. So here we go, right here.
Officials say a key witness in the murder trial of former Dallas police officer Amber Guyger was shot dead Friday night. Joshua Brown had been both of Jean and Guyger's neighbor at the time of Jean's murder. Brown's testimony helped prosecutors piece together what happened to Jean and ultimately led to Guyger's conviction. Omar Villafranca is in Dallas. Omar, what are authorities saying about this?
Well, Dallas police say they are investigating the shooting that happened Friday night at this apartment complex, but so far they don't have any suspects and they do not have a motive. Now, the attorney for the Jean family is also the attorney for the Brown family, and he says his client should have been protected after testifying in Amber Guyger's murder trial.
On the witness stand, Joshua Brown recalled feeling startled when he heard the gunshots that would ultimately take both of Jean's life. Now, the Jean family and their attorney, Lee Merritt, are demanding answers.
Let me stop right there. Let me say this, man. It's amazing. And I want to tell my people this. Listen, people. It's amazing how when you're for them, your record don't matter. You understand what I'm saying? When he was a witness, I'm pretty sure all this other stuff that they're going to mention that he was and this and that, all that stuff, don't worry about that. That's just minor, that's this and this and that. But then when they done with you, see, this what y'all don't get. When they need you, they're nice and they're polite and this and that. But when they're done with you, they could care less. You understand what I'm saying? And this is a perfect example of that. How, you know, when this guy was testifying, and then let me show you how they really don't give a damn. Did you see what he was wearing in court?
Well, I read the reason why he was dressed like that is because he had left the state. He didn't want to testify.
I got you.
And they pretty much forced him to. I think they said he had went to California or something. So from what I read, he came right off the plane to the court.
But even with that, though, Earl, come on, man. Even with that, they still would have dressed him out. You understand what I'm saying? Had it, you know, they still should have dressed him out and at least, made him more presentable. First off, I done been to court and the judge don't even allow short pants in there.
Right.
You ever had that situation?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, the judge don't allow short pants. Your shirt got to be tucked in. All kind of shit when you go to court. Your shirt got to be tucked in. You have to have, you're not going to come up in here with no short pants on, none of that. So for him to do a whole testimony with the way he was dressed, that tell you right then and there it's BS from the beginning. But we're going to finish this. So then, after testifying, why didn't he have some kind of witness protection or some type of duty detail assigned to him as well? You feel what I'm saying? Because, again, you're testifying against the police department.
Well, he had expressed that he was worried about exposure from that.
Yeah. So we finished listening to this.
A key witness suddenly be killed is suspicious. Was this related to the trial? There's no clear indication of that.
Joshua Brown took the stand in Guyger's trial and gave emotional testimony about the night Botham Jean was killed last September. Brown said he was in the hallway when he heard the two gunshots.
Could you tell if one of the voices was giving loud commands like stop police or anything of that nature?
Yeah, but no, that wasn't what they were saying.
Be advised, it does look like we have one on the ground.
The shooting that killed Brown happened at a different apartment complex than the one where Guyger and Jean lived. Witnesses described hearing several gunshots Friday night and seeing a silver four-door sedan speeding away from the parking lot. Merritt says Brown...
Let me ask you this. Did you catch something right there?
A silver four-door sedan?
No. When she asked him...
Did he hear the command, any command?
Yeah, he said, no, that's not what they were saying.
That part. Because they were saying she told him to stop and all this and all that, and he was coming towards her.
But what was he saying? See, we'll never know now.
Yeah, because he knew what they...
Yeah. It's something. It was something because he said, no, that's not what she was saying.
That part. Y'all better pay attention, man.
Scared someone was after him after he was involved in a separate shooting incident in Dallas.
Did he fear for his life related to this case or anything else in general?
He had been shot less than a year ago, and someone standing near him was killed. He was reluctant to testify in this case because he had been shot at, and he thought some people might want him to do harm to him.
Is there anything police department could have offered, any protection?
If he had concerns for his safety, then the county had an obligation to ensure that those concerns were met.
Hey, Omar, I want to ask you another question.
Listen to this now, because they're going to explain the earlier shooting, and I want you to tell me what it sounded like to you, because she's going to explain the earlier shooting about what happened in the shooting. I want you to listen to this part.
About that initial shooting that he was shot sort of a year ago. What do we know about that incident? Was anybody charged? Was he concerned about people coming after him?
It happened last year outside of a Dallas club, and there was somebody who was arrested and charged in that particular case. And apparently in that, he was inside of a club and they had a disagreement. They stepped outside, somebody grabbed a gun, and shots were fired. The person who was standing next to him was the one that was actually shot and killed. He was apparently shot in the foot. Now, Lee Merritt tells me that he feared for his life. He'd actually moved out of town and was trying to get away, but came back. And during the course of this trial, of course, we find out that he was living next to Botham Jean. He was hesitant to testify. The judge did not even swear him in on the witness stand beforehand. Everybody else was sworn in there in front of the judge, and the judge even said, "You've been sworn in before." Came in, gave.
Yeah, from what I understand, I think they said he may have been in her chambers before they started the trial. So, I don't know. It's all sound.
No, but understand this: the other incident. Don't it sound like he was at a club and some shooting went down? And, He was just, at the club and they were shooting. So don't make it seem like he was involved in the shooting. It was arrest made. He was never charged or anything like that. He was just there at the club. But then the other thing is this: whenever you take the stand, whether you, I don't know, and I'll probably need somebody legally to call in. Can you swear in inside the chambers and then just come to the stand? They say everybody else was sworn in no matter what, but he wasn't sworn in. Okay. All right.
He wasn't sworn in front of
him. He was hesitant to testify, but he was following what possibly could have been a subpoena or a court order to come in and testify, and did his piece. And that's why Lee Merritt is saying this is why a lot of people don't want to come forward, because if they have something else going on in their life, they want that sort of protection after they leave, and he's saying his client did not get it.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. It's sort of an indication of the level of violence that many people are living with in our cities. The Jean family is filing a civil case against the city of Dallas for the death of their son. What can you tell us about that?
Yep. That civil case was actually filed weeks and weeks ago, but of course they're waiting. They had to wait for the outcome of the criminal trial, and so now things are getting going with that. Of course, they're suing the city of Dallas, which basically runs the Dallas Police Department. That's how you sue a police department. You sue the city of Dallas, and of course Amber Guyger. And Lee Merritt told us that one of the witnesses they were going to call in the civil trial would have been Joshua Brown. He would have taken the stand in the civil case, but now that can't happen, Amber.
Oh, my goodness. Omar, thank you so much.
Not only the civil case, but if she gets an appeal and they do a retrial.
Yeah.
The star witness is gone.
The star witness is gone. But first off, it shouldn't even be no damn process. Pay the people. It shouldn't even be no issue. You know you done fucked up, pay the people. It is what it is. What I want you guys to hear is all of the normal stuff that was supposed to happen that didn't happen. This is normal and standard procedures of stuff that was supposed to happen that didn't happen. And to me, it's just amazing how a case of this magnitude and a trial of this magnitude allow all these different things to go undone. Now, I'm going to tell you this. If you on here tonight and you listening, and you in any way, shape, form, or fashion are one of the people that just say at least she got convicted, then you on the wrong show tonight, because fuck that. Yeah. The hell with that. At least she got convicted shit.
Depending on how that appeal go, that shit might get overturned.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, all that old, if you're one of them people that's only talking about at least she got convicted, this ain't gonna be the show for you. So that's one scenario. You got anything to say about that video?
Nah, I mean, just that's going into the Josh Brown part, is going back to the original case itself.
Yeah.
Just the amount of support and everything that she got from the beginning all the way through was amazing to me. How the hell you walk in somebody else's house, kill them, and then you get all this outpouring of support?
Yeah, because I actually looked up the definition of, because now this, I'm gonna let y'all hear this. This is from two of the jurors. Now I want y'all to hear this now. And one of them is a black female, and I want but I want you to hear this shit right here.
Is she up for trade? The next race trade, we're gonna trade her.
Murder trial followed by millions across the country. Two jurors breaking their silence about the sentence given to former Dallas police officer Amber Guyger for shooting and killing a man in his own apartment. And we're now hearing from the victim's brother. ABC's Marcus Moore is in Dallas tonight.
Two of the jurors who convicted former Dallas police officer Amber Guyger of murder tonight taking us into that jury room.
There was a lot of crying.
A lot of crying.
And prosecutors were asking for 28 years. You all landed at 10.
I told everyone because we all agree that it was a mistake, and I don't think Bo would want to take harsh vengeance. I think he would want to forgive her.
How you know? You don't even know the man. I can see his brother maybe saying that, but this juror don't know him. Man, the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Hold on, let me bet.
Guyger shot and killed 26-year-old Botham Jean when she entered his apartment mistaking it for hers.
You can't compare this case to any of those other officers killing unarmed black men. Those officers that kill unarmed black men, when they got out, they went back to living their lives. Amber Guyger, she showed remorse, and that she's going to have to deal with that for the rest of her life.
That's a black female.
Yeah.
That's a black female.
I almost said sister.
Yeah.
She ain't no sister.
That's a black female.
That
That's a black female that say, well, she showed remorse. Plus, she's gonna have to deal the other. This is different from the other the officers, the other white officers that kill black people. She's different because she showed remorse, and she's gonna have to live with that once she get out of jail. Listen, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, man. Little mama, who, you know, I'm gonna stay within my realms. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm gonna say is this: is that if that was your son or your cousin or your brother, would you still have the same understanding about how she... This the thing. All of that shit is acting. You see actors on TV have so much remorse during a movie. You feel what I'm saying? They act, you could act remorse the whole 9 yards. But the justification of what happened, you're talking about a lady who killed the... This man wouldn't even do. I could see if it was. I can't even see that. But in the commission of a crime, is one thing. You know, he was. So he was. You know, robbing the bank or whatever. But this dude was at home chilling. You know, doing his thing, and then you walk in his house and you kill him. But then you want to be remorseful. Now this the thing. To me, is remorseful is one shot. You shot this man twice. Number one, you shot him twice. That's number one. But remorseful. It's out the window in this case. This man is gone. So you're talking about, this is a black juror talking about black female juror talking about what this woman is going to have to deal with once she get out. Man, what about the family that lost their son?
Not only that, let me tell you something. If that would have been a black person killing a white person in their house, same sitting up there crying like she would have, that same black girl would not have had that same, she wouldn't have said the same thing.
Period.
She wouldn't have did it.
Yeah.
See, we have this thing of trying to always be
fit in and get along and all that.
Oh, but when it comes to white folks with us, even on the work site, like we go through a lot. Like if you're a boss at a job, you're gonna be a certain way because you're gonna feel like, oh, I don't want, like you're gonna be a certain way towards black people
because you don't want nobody to say you give them a favor,
right? But they don't do that to us.
No,
and it's the same thing. Like in this case, you know, she showed remorse and blah blah, but then she would have been harder on somebody black because she wouldn't want nobody to say, oh, she just let them off because they was black. See, that's some bullshit.
Now, and let me tell you something. She really means this. If you watch her, she says. Let me replay this. Hold on, man. Let me back this thing up a little bit. Let me.
Black men. Those officers that killed this case to any of those other officers.
Vengeance, I think he would want to forgive her.
Guyger shot and killed 26-year-old Botham Jean when she entered his apartment mistaking it for hers.
You can't compare this case to any of those other officers killing unarmed black men. Those officers that killed unarmed black men, when they got out, they went back to living their lives. Amber Guyger, she showed remorse and that she's going to have to deal with that for the rest of her life.
Can I give her a hug, please?
Oh,
this extraordinary moment, forgiveness from John's brother right after sentencing, giving these jurors some peace of mind.
Twice. But because that's against the court rule.
Yeah.
You don't get to touch no victim. You don't get to touch. Listen, man, I done been in court several times. My mom and dad, hey, can we get a no? Sorry. Walking in right on out the courtroom. Sorry.
But she right in the sense when she said you can't compare this to the other ones. Yeah, because the other ones, they weren't in their damn home minding their own damn business, eating a bowl of ice cream. To me, this is worse.
That part. A totally innocent person with no background, no record, no nothing, just straight chilling, whatever it may be. So, but what I'm saying is, man, how do we get that mindset early? And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. What the fuck is wrong with us? How do you afterwards, find the kind of attitude that they're finding?
Well, it just really shows you still the mindset of a lot of black folks, man. They just,
because she said there was a lot of crying in the jury room. It was just a lot of crying, and
well, I don't care about that. I mean, it's just sickening the amount of sympathy that she had, man. We don't get that same sympathy when we in court, man. We don't. And then to see it come from our own people, Like, man, to see that bailiff combing her hair and all that, man, just seeing all of that stuff, I was just lost for words.
Dude, let me tell you something. Understand this. If anybody has ever been prosecuted, I've been prosecuted. I've been in Guyger's seat, in Amber's seat. That is the coldest seat in the world to be in. Everybody in the courtroom hates you.
If you black.
Everybody. Everybody, from the people that's there, from hell, your family mad because they got to be there. Shit, you know what I'm saying? From the judge, you are not allowed to do none of that. The bailiffs ain't allowed to be touching you and stroking you and, oh, you got something in you. Man, they not allowed to do none of that at all. So to see the blatant the blatant disrespect and the blatant violations, that shit was amazing to me, man. It's fucking ridiculous. Then you have a judge, oh my goodness. So who gonna cry for us, man? Who gonna look out for both? So now the next thing is, well, still, but at least his family gonna get paid. So how much are you worth? How much do your family got to get for you? Let me go and kill you and let's go and get them paid. You feel what I'm saying? Since that's what it's all about, man. But I'm gonna finish this, man, and then we're gonna get into this.
Kind of helped us feel like we ended up with the right decision.
Brad John today speaking to Good Morning America.
Who am I to not forgive someone who asked? I waited 1 year to hear I'm sorry, and I'm grateful for that.
And at trial, Guyger acknowledged that she intended to kill Jean. The jurors telling me that's all they needed to hear to find her guilty of murder. Tom?
Marcus, more for us.
But here's my thing. People get on this thing about him with this forgiveness.
Yeah.
And it's Christian, and it's a good Christian thing to do and all this stuff. My question is, where is all this forgiveness from the Christian white folks when it comes to us?
That part.
Where is it at? When we so brainwashed with that shit.
That part.
I don't know, man. That shit,
But you heard what he said. Amber Guyger meant to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah. She meant to kill him. And hands down, I meant to kill him.
But she showed remorse.
That part. Yeah, afterwards. After I kill him, then I'll be sorry for it.
Yeah.
Why somebody got to die to get paid, and why black folks always thinking of a come up. I'm just telling you, because that's what has been said. Well, at least the family gonna get taken care of. They're gonna sue the city and blah blah blah. Anyway, my thing is, let's delve into this. Peoples, what is wrong with us? Where are we at mentally that somebody can blatantly take something from you and you just say, okay? Now understand this. I am a God-fearing man. I'm all about forgiveness. I'm all about the better lifestyle, the whole 9 yards. But I'm damn sure about you got to pay for what you did, because understand this. When they caught my ass, I was more remorseful than Amber. Amber ain't got shit on my remorse. You understand? Man, I'm sorry. I promise you, I'm sorry. I never, ever, I promise you, just let me go. No, get your black ass in there and do this time and shut your ass up.
Well, see, that was my the brother saying, I forgive you, doesn't bother me as much as saying, I want the best for you and I don't want you to go to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because you're going to be like, I forgive you, but shit, you got to pay.
That part.
But to say, I forgive you and I want the best for you and I don't want you to go to prison. Can I hug her, please? Please?
Yeah.
Man.
Now watch this one. I found this one too, Earl. I think I sent you this one too.
Morning, everybody. Here are a few stories we think you'll be talking about today. The Amber Guyger murder trial may be over, but the investigations continue. During the trial, the Dallas Police Department was accused of misconduct during the Botham Jean murder investigation. This surveillance video was entered into evidence. In it, you can see Sergeant Mike Mata lean into the patrol car that Guyger was sitting in and tell another officer to turn off the dash cam. Prosecutors allege he was trying to protect Guyger and hide evidence. Our Omar Villafranca asked him about that accusation.
During the trial, Hermes said that when you were talking to Amber Guyger, and you asked for the camera to be shut off, that you should not have had to shut off because the only person who has the power is the lead investigator and the attorney.
Correct.
You say that's false.
The only reason that camera, I asked for that camera to be off, is because the attorney was calling the officer. And that is attorney-client privilege. And that's a right every citizen has, regardless if you're a police officer or not.
Maya says he actually welcomed.
Listen though.
I saw that bullshit.
But listen, nigga, you wasn't even. So how you know she was talking to anybody or whatever? How you know she was talking to an attorney? You was walking by the car,
right,
and the dash cam was on. And then, like I said, if it's so private, if this, man, listen, man, y'all can let these white folks fool you if they want to, man. They was doing everything they could
protect her,
to protect this female,
and the judge too, because I heard today they said that it was a good thing that she did do that, and maybe somebody can quick clarification on it, because to me it sounded like bullshit. But when they said that you can use the Counselor Doctrine,
okay,
that's supposed to be to say that you can pretty much use whatever force you have to protect yourself in your home.
Okay,
but she wasn't in her home.
That part, yeah, I read that too.
But I heard something earlier today.
They said that was a way the judge was trying to give her a way out, but it doesn't apply.
But no, I was also heard that they said something about it was a good thing for her to do, because they wouldn't be able to use that later, saying she didn't get a fair trial because she wasn't able to. But that shouldn't have nothing to do with it anyway, because you wasn't in your home still.
Period.
So that shouldn't apply. Period.
Whether in appeal or Supreme or nothing, it should not apply. It should not apply.
That's stupid.
So now you got the sergeant who's not qualified to tell you to tell nobody to turn off the dash cam. You walk by the car and see the dash cam. Hey, go turn the dash cam off. You feel what I'm saying? Because she in there talking to her attorney. How is she in the back of a police car talking to her attorney?
Man, he wanted her to turn that off so to make sure nothing was recorded that was going to incriminate her.
That part.
That's all that was. That was that blue shield of honor. They was looking out for each other. And if you looked at that video, when they walked away, he was hugging on her.
Yeah. Talking about
the officer. When she got out the car, and he kind of put his hand.
Was that her he was hugging on?
Yeah.
I thought that was the other dude that turned the camera on.
She got
internal police investigation because he did nothing wrong.
Was that her on
attorney-client privilege, and that's a right.
I thought that was the other officer.
And you asked for the camera to be shut off, that you should not have had to shut off.
Hold on.
During the trial, Hermes said that
evidence. Arnold Villafranca asked him about that accusation.
Yeah.
During the trial, Hermes said that.
Oh, that was her.
Yeah.
I thought that was the officer that turned the camera on.
Nah, that was her. She got out the car.
So who was in the front seat that turned it? So that means that was a violation, because
there was another officer in there.
In the front seat.
Yeah.
So then what's the violation of privacy on that then? What's the purpose of turning the camera off if he was in the front seat?
Yeah.
Boy, look at that. Man, oh man. Okay. All right, well, hey, okay. Just plot thickens.
I don't think any black person is surprised at anything, or was going to be surprised at anything that was going to come. I mean, a lot of them figured she was going to get off. I think what most of us are pissed off about is the reaction from these other black folks with her. The judge, the bailiff, the juror, stuff like that. I think that's the biggest. I think that's what got most of us pissed off. Because we was already expecting that she going to get off.
Okay.
Or she going to get something light. We knew that.
We knew that?
We knew that.
Let me read you, because I looked this up when I did my research when we talked about this. I really want to understand the different elements of the definition of remorse. Hold on one second, because it's interesting, the definition that they have for remorse. Here, let me see some screenshots. Where are my screenshots at? Okay. All right, here we go. Let me see. Remorse is a distressing emotion experienced by a person who regrets actions which they deem to be shameful, hurtful, or violent. Remorse is closely allied to guilt and self-directed resentment. Okay, that's one. And this one right here was amazing to me. Remorse captures feelings of guilt, regret, and sorrow. Forgiveness does not eliminate all negative feelings, but if it may entail the reduction of bitter and angry feelings, not feelings of disappointment, regret, or sorrow. And remorse is what you feel if you regret your actions or wish for another outcome. The noun remorse has a very vivid origin. So if you feel remorse, it means that your conscience is working on you. Your past actions are biting you back and making you feel very regretful.
She ain't feeling too regretful. She's trying to get that appeal to get up out of there.
Not to mention, she said, I tried to kill him. I meant to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
She said, out of her own mouth, I meant to kill him. So my thing is this, man. And I think we're here, and I think the basis for this whole show tonight is to say, listen, people, if you don't see what's going on all around us, constantly watching how when it's us versus them, starting all the way back to Rodney King. We can go all the way back to Rodney King. You know, we know it'll go back further than that. But even with the Rodney King trial, they moved away to Simi Valley, got found not guilty, and, you know, this and that, all this type of stuff. How can you have such a violation of that magnitude recorded and everything documented on camera, but we got brothers and sisters in prison right now, Earl, for no evidence?
It's called white privilege and white supremacy.
White privilege and white supremacy.
Bottom line.
Bottom line.
They always get the benefit of the doubt, and we never do.
But I be damned. Let me tell y'all this, and I'm going to say this one more time. I might not march for you, but I'm damn sure going to holler, kick, and scream for you. You know, if you somewhere with me and they fuck over you, most likely I'm going to probably get fucked over too, because I'm you know, that's just my nature. But I might not be all the one marching, we shall overcome and all that old shit, but I'm damn sure going to be fussing, hollering, and screaming. And you damn sure ain't going to get me on camera with no, well, you know, Earl was a good dude, but that shit he did right there was...
Man, let me tell you, I said it on my Facebook page. I said, if, God forbid I ever in that kind of situation like his brother and all that.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you,
that part,
they will not have a camera on me.
Yeah.
Because they not going to like what I got to say.
None of that shit.
It ain't going to be, I know, forgiveness and none of that. So they ain't going to have the camera on me.
They already know.
Keep that motherfucker as far away from me as they can.
Where we at, man? We can pay some bills and we're going to be right back, man.
Select Luxury Cars, proud sponsor of the FHO Podcast Live Show. The most diverse luxury vehicle selection in the greater Atlanta area. The highest quality customer service and unmatched nationwide pricing. Contact Mike Goodall at 678-855-2292 to schedule your appointment today. Select Luxury Cars, trusted family dealer since 1994.
Say, man, you guys already know. I did a show yesterday with Mike Goodall. He came in the studio, man, and he broke down the contract, the do's and don'ts, and interest rate. He broke down everything about buying a motorcycle, buying a car. If you missed that, go to my page and check it out. When I tell you he dropped jewels, he gave up trade secrets in that interview. You might want to go check it out. Mike Goodall, Select Luxury Motors. He's not a car salesman. He's a good dude. And he going to sell you a quality product. 678-855-2292. Hit him up. Tell him FHO sent you. Discounts apply. All kind of stuff apply. I promise you, he got you.
Eco One, the superior eco-friendly motorcycle and auto detailing spray. Eco One super wetting and low foaming polymer technology cleans by flowing underneath the dirt particles and lift them away from the surface. All you need to do is spray, wipe, and watch the amazing shine appear. All of this is done with very little time and effort, but the results look like you spent all day waxing your vehicle. Eco One. Don't ride dirty.
Say, man, ECO1 Motorsport without an S.com. Hit them up. Tell them Big Sale sent you. The discount code is FHO. You're going to save a few dollars. Get some free shipping. The wax is the best. I don't just say that because they're my sponsors, but I say that because it is absolutely the best.
God damn. It's Big Sal. What that mouth do besides tell the truth on FHO Podcast Radio.
Say, man, we back in the studio. I got my man, my special guest in the building, my dude, Mr. Errol Markham, man, and he's here today, and we're just going over what's wrong with us, man. What's wrong with the Black Lives Matter movement? Because right now, I don't see it mattering at all. But we're talking about the Amber Guyger case. We're talking about all of the stuff that went on. Like what Earl said, I don't think people are really mad at the case, but they're mad at the stuff that happened after the case. The brother begging for forgiveness, begging for a hug. The judge coming off the bench to give her a hug and a Bible. The bailiff stroking her hair and rubbing her hair, making sure her hair was neat in court. And then you got the juror coming on national television saying that, well, this ain't like all the other, officers that killed a black man. This is totally different. She's gonna be traumatized for the rest of her life. What in the fuck is wrong with us, man?
Yeah, but that's why people are so mad, because look, we all know people and been victims of it. We get no mercy, no benefit of that. And it's just to see it play out like that, that's what's so aggravating. And to see it play out from some of us. And when we know when the shoe is on the other foot, they don't give us that same kind of
you're not going to have no amount of remorse that a judge or anybody going to give you a Bible.
Nothing.
Ain't nan judge going to come off the bench and give you a Bible.
Where have you ever seen of a judge come off the stand, off the bench, to give a convicted murderer a hug?
Not never.
And console. She was crying.
Yeah, consoling, hugging her and everything.
She was crying for her.
Yeah. Come
on, man.
Yeah, not never.
But let that have been right.
Now, I want you to hear this. So now, the only witness that they had that testified ended up getting killed right after the trial. And at first, they said they didn't find them, they didn't have no witness, no suspects or whatever. But now they got suspects. Now, listen to this. I want you to hear this, because what you're finna hear is how they're finna describe what happened and who did what. Now, I want y'all to hear this, and I want y'all to use your hood antennas. I want you to hear this. I want you to use your hood, your mama antenna. This is your son that they finna tell you about. This is your brother they finna tell you about. This is your uncle, your auntie. I want you to use them antennas as though this was finna happen to you. And I want you to hear the story that this police officer is finna tell you what happened and why. Here, listen to this shit right here, man.
As you know, Joshua Brown was shot and killed October the 4th of 2019. He was shot and killed at 4606 Cedar Springs in Dallas, Texas, which is why we gathered here today. Through the dedicated work of my detectives, we have identified 3 suspects in the Joshua Brown murder. Jacarius Mitchell, black male, 20 years of age. Michael Mitchell, black male, 32 years of age. Thaddeus Green, black male, 22 years of age. According to suspect Jacarius Mitchell, all 3 suspects came from Alexandria.
Oh, this is the snitch now. Jacarius Mitchell, he drinking the Coca-Cola. He didn't already go. What they give him a burger? What they give him, a Coke and a burger or something? So Jacarius is what, 20? I think he said he was 20.
So.
Yeah, he was 20, and his brother is 32.
He's the one that got shot.
Yeah, he was 20. He was 20, and his brother is 32. So the youngest one of all, he finna tell everything. So listen, according to Jacarius now.
Louisiana to purchase drugs. Mitchell. All 3 suspects came from Alexandria, Louisiana, to purchase drugs from Joshua Brown. Thaddeus Green was the facilitator. He's the one that contacted Joshua Brown. As they drove to the offense location, Thaddeus Green gets out of the vehicle, has a conversation with Joshua Brown, which escalates into physical altercations, at which time Jacarius...
Hold on. Listen to this shit now. Listen.
The whole story sound like...
Listen. The driver, you got 2 niggas in the back, or 2 other people in the car, but 2 other people in the car. But the driver, the oldest one of all, no, Mitchell was older. Jacarius is whatever. He's like 20 something. He drive up, and your boy is standing there. He gets out, and they end up having a conversation where they're arguing back and forth at an apartment complex.
And nobody's seen it.
And nobody is seeing this or nothing. Okay, let me keep. I just wanted to make sure we on point with that. Hold on.
Gets out of the vehicle, and he states that Joshua Brown orders him, at which time Jacarius Mitchell gets out of the vehicle, and he states that Joshua Brown orders him back into the vehicle and shoots him in the chest.
That sounds like some bullshit.
As he's laying in the vehicle.
That when I first
so you argue with one dude.
Get back in the car.
Yeah, you get your ass back in the car.
Right.
But now the dude you arguing with though, you don't shoot him. The dude that you initially argued with, you don't shoot him. But the little young dude get out the back seat of the car or get out the car. You demand him back in the car and shoot him.
This all sound fishy.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, man.
Brown orders him back into the vehicle and shoots him in the chest. As he's laying in the vehicle, he hears 2 more gunshots. He says that Thaddeus Green shot Joshua Brown 2 times. According to the autopsy report, Joshua Brown was shot 2 times in his lower body. One was a through and through, and the other entered his body just below the spine, traveled upward, damaging vital organs.
When have you ever known a murder case to have an autopsy back that fast?
Listen, but you ain't even hearing it. The original dude he argued with, listen to what he just said. When they pulled up, the original dude, the jockey, the whatever guy, he is arguing with old boy.
Yeah.
So apparently he got a gun on him already because they argue. So when the dude get out the back seat, Joshua Brown
just shoots in.
Pull his gun out, tell him to get back. So what is this? What is old boy doing that he arguing with his gun? He just standing there.
Yeah, the whole story sounds like some.
So the guy that he arguing with apparently has to have a gun, but I'm not going. So when the dude get out the back seat minutes later, you order him back in the back seat and shoot him. But this guy right here has not shot you yet because he said. While I'm in the back seat, while I'm laying down in the back seat, then I hear 2 more gunshots.
Right.
So, boy, listen, man.
But the end is the kicker.
Thaddeus Green also took the backpack that Joshua Brown had, as well as the gun that Joshua Brown had.
That's the part
Michael Mitchell was the driver.
No.
Thaddeus Green.
Look, we from LA.
Yeah.
We done heard and seen and witnessed, got shot at, all kind of drive-by shootings. When have you ever known a motherfucker to have a shootout with somebody and his shoot him and then go take his gun too go back
and get caught with everything?
Because you already trying to get rid of the burner. You gonna take an extra one to get rid of it? You gonna take his too? And I got 2 guns to get rid of. Man, you gonna get the fuck out of here with that shit.
At an unknown location, and he took Jacarius Mitchell to Promise Hospital to receive treatment. He was later transported to Parkland Hospital, where he is currently in police custody. We will execute a warrant for capital murder on him today. We also received numerous tips as it related to the killing of Mr. Brown, and in that, we executed a search warrant at Mr. Brown's apartment.
What tips did you get on Brown? Brown dead. So didn't nobody see nothing. So what tips did you get on Brown now? So who telling on Brown now?
I tell you what, though, they need to. If they solve that case that fast with no witnesses, they need to hire their ass on the first 48. Because they don't never solve no shit that fast.
What up, Tex Rover? I see you on, baby. I see you. Hold on, man.
Where we confiscated 12 pounds of marijuana, 143 grams of THC cartridges, and $4,000 in cash. We have also issued capital murder warrants for the other 2 suspects, Michael Mitchell and Thaddeus Green. These suspects are to be considered dangerous because they're armed.
So what was in the backpack? The weed wasn't in the backpack. So, but this is my thing.
Or maybe they trying to say he had 12 pounds in the house, and then he had.
Well, they said they executed the warrant because they got tips.
Yeah. So
they got 12 pounds of weed, some THC vials, some THC substance, and $4,000 cash, and 100, 4 pounds, 100 some grams, some THC the residue, and some about $4 grand cash. But you just switched up the driver because at first the other dude drove up and got out the car, but then you say the older Mitchell dude, the 32-year-old dude. So Jacarius is the one that when he went to the hospital, they grabbed him up. He telling everything, right? That's the one.
Supposedly
telling everything. The one that's in the hospital, the youngest one. He in the hospital. He in there having it his way. Got a private room and everything, in the hospital. But let me say this, man. To go from no witnesses at all they had, we got possibly a gray sedan, a gray 4-door sedan.
In 2 days, you done got the whole thing, the autopsy back, the whole story.
Everything. You got everything back. It was a backpack involved. So how do y'all know it was a backpack involved? Because the dude in the back seat was laid out. He shot and laid out and stretched. So he don't see the dude go out, jump out the car and pick up the backpack and the gun. So listen, man. Y'all better understand what it is around here. Okay? All of this is just a coincidence. He just happened to testify against a police officer, and now he dead as a doorknob. But I'm arguing with Earl. So me and Earl sitting here arguing. I'm gonna just say this. Me and Earl sitting here arguing. Fred come in the door. I tell Fred, get your ass back outside the door, and I'll shoot Fred. And me and Earl still arguing. Then Earl finally shoot me. Come on, man. What kind of shit is this, man? You can't make this shit up, man. It ain't no. And then all of this is going on with no witnesses. That's a shootout in an apartment building, an apartment complex in Dallas, Texas, with no witnesses. That's how y'all get down in Dallas? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's some bullshit. 424-242-2355 is the number to call. 424-242-2355 is the number to call if you want to speak on this. And basically, we're talking about the state of mind that we're in. What's up, Miss Rebecca, my sister-in-law Rebecca, on the state of mind that we're in as a people. Where are we? Because I'm telling you, it's a sad state. It's a sad state that, you got people actually saying they agree with the little brother. Man, he should have did what he did was honorable. Then you got some people like me who I totally disagree with it. Then you got people that understand the judge and, she's a deacon at the church. Because I think somebody told me, well, you don't understand she's a deaconess at the church. Listen.
Again.
She didn't do that to the other case yesterday when she said this. Yeah.
And again, I'll say, all of this church stuff and Christianity stuff, they saw that. They're like that because they're Christians. So you mean to tell me all of these other white judges and all these other people that sentence us to football numbers for money, they not Christians?
At all, they not.
But where's their compassion?
Yeah. Because I'm telling you, when they called me, the remorse that she had, they had shit on the remorse I had. When they called me, I was crying, boohooing, everything. I think I might have pooed it on myself, all kind of shit to make sure they understood I was sorry. Yeah, the judge didn't give a damn. Mr. Tillman, you want to stop crying so I can sentence your ass and go and get you up out of here?
She wouldn't even give you a wet wipe.
Didn't even give me a wet wipe, man. I'm sitting there crying, looking like a boy. Look here, man. I was in there boo-hooing, begging for my. I'm sorry. I'm super duper. I promise you. Matter of fact, if you let me go, I'm going to join the police academy right now. I promise you. They didn't give a damn about me, player, at all. They didn't give not one fucks about me and my remorse. And the remorse she showed ain't had shit on me. I was remorseful. You know what I'm talking about? For real remorseful. I'm sorry, for real. So it's just amazing, man, where we are as people and how we cannot even come together to understand that this is a bigger plot. Like I said, you go from, let me run this shit down. Start from Rodney King. You go to what's the boy that got choked out over a cigarette? The other boy that got shot in front of the liquor store because he over a CD.
Sterling.
Yeah, Sterling. You got the CD boy. You got the cigarette boy. You got Trayvon Martin.
You got what was the kid's name that had the gun, the BB gun?
Yeah, with the orange tip on the front of it.
Yeah.
You got all that going on. You got all these different incidents and no has any police officer today went to jail as of yet?
Yeah, the one that shot the brother in the back that was running through the yard, I think he got convicted.
He got convicted?
Yeah, I think he got convicted.
Yeah, that's because they didn't like him. and then don't forget, we just had the New York Four, the boys, the Park Four, you watch?
Shit, ain't no police got in trouble behind that.
That's what I'm saying. No. I mean, they didn't even have no.
Shit, these You talk about the Central Park 5.
Central Park 5.
Look, we might be looking at the Alexandria 3 with these brothers that they might be shooting this
the Alexandria 3. My man Tex Rober say it's the great cover up for the blind to think that they see something. Okay.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Look, the shit could be true. You know, but we as black folks know how dirty the police are, how they cover up shit and all that. So we have a right to be suspicious because it sounds crazy.
Dude, I don't care what you say. We're not finna drive from Louisiana to Texas to pick up nothing less than 50. nothing 20, 25, 50. You talking about a transaction that's we outside arguing about it? And then, okay, so, but apparently they don't know what was in the book bag because the cash and all the other bullshit because, you know, it had to be, but they found 4,000 in his apartment plus 12 pounds or whatever. So I don't know, but I'm just saying, not only that, okay, you got to understand how coincidental. So you telling me that when he was on the stand testifying, you didn't know he was a drug dealer? You didn't know you didn't
best believe they was going to dig up whatever they could to find him.
Period.
Only thing I saw on the internet was him in his college uniform at UCF. I saw one picture of him, you know.
Wow.
They ain't gonna show all of that.
Yeah, at all. Yeah, at all. So that's the part that's amazing. But like I said, when you hear a black woman say, "Well, this police killing not like all the other police killings because this police officer was really remorseful,"
and she got to live with it the rest of her life. So does everybody else who kills somebody that's doing.
Hell, I gotta live. I'm scared to death. Remember the video I sent you of a boy when he said. The one I sent you the first one earlier, when he said he wished he was Amber Guyger.
Yeah.
And about shit. It's already scary enough to go outside. Shit, now we got to be scared in the house.
But is that what we judging it on? If you cry, and you have to relive for it the rest of your life, you're gonna get a lighter sentence. Because I bet you there's a whole bunch of black folks up there boo-hooing when they was meeting
the next day. The next day.
I bet you that didn't play a role in them getting no lighter sentence.
Hell, her husband was crying when he was in the bed that he get a nigga no break. You understand what I'm saying? So it's all the bullshit. So my thing is this, man, is that first off, as a people, do we understand that it's a situation? That's number one. Do we understand that it's a situation? Do you understand that it's unfair circumstances? Period. Do you understand that giving somebody 10 years for murder of an innocent man, a man with no background, a man that had no prior record, because you know if he had some, they'd have pulled all that shit out.
Yeah, I mean, they try to throw some little marijuana shit on him.
Yeah.
When it first happened.
Yeah, so your son or your daughter, your son seriously walking home from school, you know, the police stop him and accidentally kill him. Oops, I'm sorry. And I'll be home in 10 years and, you know, hopefully you can forgive me and we can go on about our business.
But check this out. So Joshua Brown was the murder victim. They get a warrant to search his apartment where they claim they found marijuana and all that. Amber Guyger is the murder suspect. And I heard on the radio today, her apartment was never searched.
Wow. Hell, they don't know where it's at. She don't know where it's at. They can't find her apartment. What the fuck you mean? They can't find it. Shit, they still looking for her apartment.
Her shit was never searched.
Because they can't find it, man. They can't find it. They found Bo's apartment, but they never found her apartment. You feel what I'm saying? What you say? Something in the milk ain't white. My man Hero Benson from Joseph. Hero say something in the milk ain't white, man. I'm just saying, man. This shit. We gotta understand, man. We gotta start getting our business and our shit in order, man.
Our problem is, man, we just not unified.
Period.
We just not unified. If we unify and we had an agenda, things would be so much different, man. We just not unified, you know. And without no unity, you're not gonna accomplish nothing, and people are not gonna respect you. They know that they can do whatever they want to do to us, and all we're gonna do is hoop and holler, protest a little bit, and then everything gonna go back.
Everybody gonna forget about everything.
You know what I mean? But our people today, we're not willing to sacrifice nothing.
Period.
You know, I listen to this black talk show radio station on Sirius XM, Urban View, and the guy in the morning I listen to it going to work, Joe Madison. He always says the difference between a moment and a movement is sacrifice.
Period.
And our people are not willing to sacrifice for anything anymore. I mean, you look at when they had the Montgomery bus boycotts. Black people didn't catch the bus for over a year. They walked, and the very few people, because you know back then, if you was black and had a car, you was balling.
Period.
So a lot of people didn't have cars, and then when they did, it was just one in the family. So people were walking. People who had cars would leave early to go help drive some of the people.
Where do you think carpooling came from?
Right.
Yeah.
So they sacrificed for a year of not catching that bus for their people.
Period.
Now, you think that we're going to do, you think our black folks today, you say, man, we ain't going to catch the bus, they going to stop catching the bus?
Man, listen here,
like,
man.
Shit, nigga,
Listen here, man.
Bus. Fuck that shit.
We not even finna, if you told black folks for the next 3 months don't eat no chicken wings.
We couldn't stop watching football for Colin Kaepernick.
What do you think about that whole situation?
To me, it's obvious they blackballed him.
Yeah.
You know, but again, and everybody know that, but again, we wouldn't stop watching football.
And Colin Kaepernick got put on the burden about one person, the president of the United States.
Yeah.
He put the pressure on all of the coaches, on all the teams, said, if y'all fuck with him, that's y'all ass.
But here's the cold part about, like, again, us not having unity and having, like, a plan, because even if we go back to the bus boycott thing, like, we're the only people that always constantly fight to be included with some people who don't want us.
Period.
When we had our own and everything that we had of our own, when they
sold out to it, and yeah.
But when they wouldn't allow us to play in the baseball, we had
the Negro League.
That was the shit.
Period.
When they wouldn't let us in their schools, we had the HBCUs. When they wouldn't allow us in their neighborhoods and in their restaurant, we had our own restaurants and hotels and all of that, our own built communities. And when after the civil rights and all that, and they said, okay, now we just abandoned all of our shit.
Yeah.
We just completely abandoned all of our shit to go spend our money.
Thinking that their shit was better than our shit the whole 9 yards.
And our shit was better. And we just, like, we the only people that do that. Because everybody else comes and build their community. We had a community built. We was fighting.
Well, you look at Black Wall Street and look at Black Wall Street.
Well, they bombed that.
I know, but I'm just saying, Black Wall Street was one of the most successful economic entities in the world today.
Yeah.
Billionaires on top of billionaires.
But until we learn to stick together, this gonna keep happening to us. You know, it's just like I was watching the thing like with college football. You know, the big thing about the big college, not just college football, college sports, period. Okay. So me and my son have this debate all the time. Those colleges are making big money.
Billions.
Off of black athletes.
Billions.
Right? But what did we do? We left. Now our HBCUs are struggling because all of our black athletes are going on. They didn't allow us to start playing on their football teams and basketball teams because they wanted to have integration.
No,
they
wanted to win.
They started putting us on there because it benefited them.
Period.
To win and with winning they made money. So they used this. But now we neglecting ours.
Well, I think I read the other day that they just passed a law where now at least I get to publicize my own image.
Just in California.
Oh, just in California.
Just California.
Well, California is the only state that's doing that
right now. Yeah.
Wow. So you do know that if your son played for college football, he can't even publicize his own image at his college, but the college can use his image from here on to the rest of his life and get paid off his image, get paid off his jersey number, all that stuff for the whole entire history of the college. So California just passed. I know.
California.
Okay, just California.
But yeah, we just have to, man. We just got to learn to stick together again and build together, man. But it's just crazy how we just so anxious to go and integrate with people that don't want us. And which is integration is cool, but don't abandon your own.
Yeah.
Don't abandon your own. We went from having communities to neighborhoods. You know what the difference between a community and neighborhood is? It's ownership.
Period.
So if you ain't owning nothing, that's just
in the community. Yeah, you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah. When we was growing up, look, you remember in LA, when we was growing up, every corner liquor store and all that was, I don't know if they were owned by black, but it wasn't nothing but black people working.
Period.
Everywhere.
I grew up Mr. Virtue, all of them. That's Goldie DeWitt and their family.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, DeWitt Virtue. So that's all. That was on 125th and Central, but I also went to one stop on 59th and Central. That's why I grew up in that part. Then when I was in Compton, we had D's Liquor right there on Rosecrans. We went to all like you said. It was, I don't know if they were black owned, but it was nothing but blacks working in them.
All the business. But now when you go into
the donut truck man was a black man.
Yep. But now when you go into the black communities in L.A.,
the ice cream truck man was a black man. Yeah, the ice cream truck man was a black man. Yeah. I mean, all this stuff back then. But what I'm saying, man, is this, and this all we're saying is that be aware that there is a change, and there is a them versus us type thing going on. And this is not no shit for you to tell. I'm telling you to be militant and go out and kill Whitey. But I'm just saying, be aware. Just know that from when you make your moves, make sure you make your moves properly and in order. Because I'm telling you, if you got to come up against this system, listen, I knew we was in trouble when Bill Cosby got locked up. I said, it's a wrap. If you could lock up Bill Cosby, you damn sure could lock my black ass up for anything. If you take down Bill Cosby.
Well, what did you say earlier, though?
Which part?
When you said when they done with you.
Oh, when they done with you, yeah. When they done with you, you out of here.
Time and time again.
Period. When they done with you, you out of here.
O.J. Simpson was found innocent, and they ain't accepted his ass back.
Period. Period. So, listen, man, it's a cold game out there, man. And I'm telling you, if we don't get it together, if we don't get our minds to understanding that, hey, we are all we got. Economic-wise, we got to start spending our money different. We got to start spending our money wisely. We got to start understanding and stop taking advantage that you're going to always make money.
We got to start spending our money with each other.
That part. Like I tell everybody all the time, this is what I tell them on my podcast. One of my favorite things is say, man, fuck Big Cell. Don't support Big Cell on shit. Just fuck with FHO.
But again, let me tell you, I know we still don't even do each other right on business. Like I know a sister in LA. She got a good job on set, but she wanted to learn how to do nails.
Okay.
So she learned how to do nails. She opened a salon in Inglewood.
Okay.
A nice salon. She do good work.
Laid it out and everything. Yeah.
Got other black technicians in there and everything. So I'm like pumped, you know. So I'm hitting up people in LA that I know, women, be like, hey, go check her out. You know what they all keep saying? I love my little Asians. But that's the mentality we have.
I can give you one better than that.
We so fucked up. We won't even go give a black person the opportunity. Go there. If you don't like it, then don't go back. But
do you know that we have a black-owned grocery store in Compton?
Wow.
You didn't know that?
Mm-mm.
A major grocery store. I ain't talking about no punk ass mom and pop. I'm talking about a full-blown black-owned from a young sister, black-owned grocery store.
Oh yeah, I did see. I didn't know it was in Compton, but yeah, I did.
That's
see
in Compton.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you can go in there right now and go straight to the aisle.
Yeah, I saw that.
I would go straight to the counter.
Yeah.
Ain't never crowded.
All right.
And I'm talking about ain't nothing substandard, ain't nothing second shelf. All of her shit is just like you would go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't tell me about we not supporting each other, because I'm telling you, there's nowhere in the world that we should damn near be waiting in line to get in that store and support that and support.
Every black person in Compton should be buying their groceries from that store.
Period. And so not even that, we can even talk about from us as each other. Like, for example, and I'm gonna put this out there. I said this. We're at a point in time right now. We're in 2019, 2020. We got these major motorcycle clubs, Rare Breed included, FHO included. That's here. Why we don't own no real estate for our club? Even if it's nothing but for our club, our clubhouse.
Right.
But we know that this is the way. See, because I'm finna step on some toes. We know that this is the way. We know real estate is big business. We know owning property, this and that is big business. We know this, but yet and still, we can't get 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10 club brothers who halfway millionaires, $100,000 to come together and put our name on a document to present it to a real estate agent and say, hey, we want to start buying property. We want to start buying rental property. We want to start buying Airbnbs and all this type of shit. But we got $1 million worth of motorcycles sitting out front.
Yeah, it's a lot we can do. I had ran the idea You know, I mean, I just be thinking of stuff all the time. But I just say, imagine if every major city that had a black bike set, and you get all of the clubs, all of the ride, you know, independent riders and everything, and they do like one big fundraiser a year.
Okay.
And they take that money and send one black kid to college.
It don't even take that.
I'm just saying, just on alone.
I got you.
You know, I mean, we have to invest in us.
Yeah, but let me show you how this works, though. Let me show you. In order for us to invest in us, we got to start owning shit. We got to, let me tell you something. And again, there's no disrespect, because that's what we, at FHOMA, that's what we're working on right now. We got our corporate board together. We working on, with our real estate agent, we working to start buying houses, Airbnbs, and all the rest of that shit. And I'm telling every club out there right now, if you listen to this, if you got 10, 15 solid members, because I'm going to tell you right now, the closest club to do it is Pound for Pound. They came together to buy that property that they got. They own the property, the building, and everything with it. Listen, y'all. Listen. If we don't stop right now, almost in the fourth quarter of life, and say, hey, it's time for us to get off our ass and to stop playing games. Fuck just paying dues. Fuck just paying dues. Let's start on it. If just imagine, Earl, if Rare Breed Atlanta had 4 houses, 4 Airbnbs. Really? You telling me y'all don't got the brothers? They don't got the brothers sufficient enough financially and smart enough to make that happen? We all got it. FHO got it. And again, I don't want to just use Rare Breed, but all you clubs, if you're not in this shit for the long haul, if you're not in this shit for the betterment of the community, if you're not in this shit to make to make it easier for us to motorcycle, to make it easier for us to love what it is that we do, which is ride these motorcycles, then what is you in this shit for? Because, and I'm gonna throw in the Kings of the South. Kings of the South, the same thing, dude. You moving from clubhouse to clubhouse to clubhouse because the people are seeing what you're doing. They seeing you making the money. They seeing you. Oh shit, y'all took this building and made it from nothing into something. Now guess what? When it's time to renew the lease, well, yeah, we're gonna have to add an extra $1,000 to the rent. You understand what I'm saying? Now you got to go over here. You leave that one, go over here. Build this one up. Leave that one, go over here. Well, just imagine if we said fuck that. For this whole year, every member we got gonna have to come up with $1,000. Now we got $15,000, $20,000 to put down on something that we can buy and own. We're not gonna worry about, but see, the problem you're gonna have is, well, who name gonna be on the paperwork? How the money gonna be split? Who gonna be in charge of the profit? Do you know you can hire an accounting firm to do all that for you?
But it goes back to what I said though. But if you start investing in these youngsters and being a part of getting, because in order to have all that stuff,
build your account.
You have to have education.
Yes.
You got to be educated, and I don't just mean books, but whatever you feel you go in, you got to be educated in that field.
Okay.
So if you investing into these young black kids and putting them through college,
when they come back, they're gonna get that's automatic. They're
gonna come back, and they're gonna have the education to build that community back up.
Yeah.
Just think if we really could send, if you could really get enough money to give a kid a full ride to college somewhere every year.
Yeah.
After that 4th year, just think about this. Every year you sending one in and one coming out. We could do that.
Yeah, we could do that. But like I'm telling you, listen, man. All I'm saying is we don't own no banquet halls. We don't own no real estate. We ain't even got no stake in no hotels. And we spend, let me tell you something. The average biker that's in I'm going to just say this, that's in a top club, I ain't going to even give you no names, but the top clubs. The average member that's in a top club is spending roughly, throwing away to not get back, money gone, $8,000 to $15,000 a year traveling for some motorcycle shit. You agree? Hotels, gas, maintenance.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Never to be got back. It's gone. That's gone. The average member of the top clubs, and your club is the top club. Whatever club you in, I'm talking about your club, because I don't want nobody to say. But whatever club you in, that your club is in the top club. The average member of a top club throws away in 1 year $8,000 to $15,000 just a motorcycle. So just imagine if you had 10 of your members commit to $5,000, a donation of $5,000 in 1 year. That's $50,000. At $50,000, you could put down $15,000 to $20,000 damn near on 3 different properties. Spend the other little change fixing them up. Now you got Airbnb. So now when you have your anniversary and the people come in from out of town, or your club brothers or whoever, this is property that they can rent. Now we ain't got to worry about the hotels kicking us out, saying we too loud, we too rowdy, we this and we that. We got property that we own that now we're getting money to return from. Listen, y'all, I'm telling y'all some shit that's on my mind, and y'all gonna stand back and you're gonna watch FHO go shoot off clean like a rocket, because that's what we own. That's what we own. I promise you, we gonna own real estate. We gonna own property. We gonna own everything that we can own, that we can get our hands on to buy and to purchase. We gonna have that shit in order. I'm just getting everything done. We getting all the paperwork done. We got the corporate board done. Once we get all past all this other shit, we out of here, man. I'm gonna quit giving these folks my bread. When I come to town, it's gonna be a house that I can get into because we own that house. It's gonna be this that I could, and I'm just telling you, we got black businesses that we're not supporting. And I'm not telling you that all because everybody said, well, man, when I go over there, because I know for a fact the Black Harley Davidson, and I ain't just the Black Harley Davidson dealership that I know of, I don't support them because they don't support me, and because too the services, they service is just garbage to me. So it ain't.
And that's the thing. Like for me, I'm not saying go support a black business
because
no matter
black.
what.
Yeah, because it's black.
But give them a chance because they black.
Yeah.
Give them an opportunity, and if they fuck up, then don't go no more.
But that's
at
what
least
anybody.
give them the opportunity to win your business, because we got to learn how to spend money with us.
Period.
We got to learn group economics. So
that's it right there. Group economics. We got to do that, man. We got to learn how to come together and look at the long haul picture, not the right now picture. We got to be able to come together and say, okay, listen. And I want you to think about this, y'all. I really want you to stop and think about this. As a biker, you look at your contribution to the economy. If you're really out there riding your motorcycle, you're really out there biking, airfare. I don't give a fuck if you're doing it in the air. I don't give a fuck if you're doing it in a rental car or if you're doing it on your motorcycle. The gas station's getting rich. The motorcycle place is getting rich. The airline's getting rich. The hotel's getting rich. And the goddamn fast food places, the shit, all that shit is getting rich off of us. Not to mention the clothes we put on our backs and all the other shit. But everybody is making money off the motorcycle set except us. Everybody is making money off the black motorcycle set except us.
Yep.
So I'm just
saying. I look at, like, I see Punchy on here. I was going to use him for example. If you look at Harley Davidson's, the motorcycles they sell now, like the CVOs and shit like, man, a lot of that shit they got right from that dude's shop.
Period.
Period.
Yeah, hands down.
But that's somebody who they should be coming and say, come on, let us pay you to whatever, to be an advisor or something. But they're gonna get them ideas, they're gonna put it on their bike, and then we don't get the credit for it.
Everything. Like I said, we as black folks, man, we won't come together. We give away all of our ideas.
They steal it.
But we giving them away. They can't steal nothing. They don't know nothing about it. We keep our mouth shut and just execute the plan. If you keep your mouth shut and execute the plan, how is somebody going to steal it? I'm just telling you, I'm at a point in my life where, man, this shit is about us. We are all we got. Trust me, we're all we got. And if we don't stop and realize that, and we don't stop to come together, we're going to lose everything we got. Period. We're going to lose it all. The bike set, the whole 9 yards. We constantly with the bullshit. You got all this other stuff going on. But people, again, I just wanted to come on here and give my take on this Amber Guyger thing. I'm telling you right now, what you just saw was a lynching. Period. It wasn't no murder. That was a lynching. You killed a black man for no reason, and then you patted the basically gave him a slap on the wrist. And I'm gonna tell you something like this. And I'm willing to believe that if they thought that they could have got her off without it being a riot, without the city being tore up, they probably would have done that.
Shit, they tried to.
Yeah.
But what was funny is, every time they do shit like that, and then, now the Dallas police full of white officers too.
Yeah.
But who they put on TV?
The brothers.
They do it all.
Well, the black chief is the sister of the chief, and her assistant is so she catching hell. So she was set up in a lose-lose situation from the beginning, because ain't no way in the world I'm the chief of a department, and I know I got any racist officer. Your ass is out of here. Period. You're not finna play that shit around me. You're not finna do none of that. But she doesn't have the power. So what you all gotta understand is this, man.
The title with no.
The titles don't mean shit. The titles don't mean absolutely nothing. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. President of a motorcycle club. Who runs the club? The club. The president is just a title. But the minute he make a decision, because he know more than what you know, that's why he's president, now you want to castrate him. Because you think you know what you're doing, but you don't even know what you're doing and really don't care. See, that's the thing. We're so quick to just bite, to tear down, to bite, and to chew up and to devour, that you're not paying attention to all the other shit that's going on around you. But it is what it is, man. Listen, man.
Still, we gotta learn how to have unity, man.
I love you guys. I love you guys. But I'm telling you right now, you better start buying some shit. You better start owning some shit.
And working together.
You better. Because if not, when you especially, like I said, LA, they running out of places to go. You can't even pay a motherfucker $1 million to have a party in LA.
So that's what Punchy said. He was talking about buying property. He said that's easy for y'all. Everything out here costs $10 million.
Yeah, but listen to what I'm saying. You got the people that can make it happen. It might just take 20 of y'all on one deed, but it'll happen. But all I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this, man. I love you guys. It is what it is. Understand what's going on around you. Understand these people ain't playing with us. They don't give a fuck about us. Black lives don't matter. They're showing you every chance they get. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Don't be mad. Don't get mad when it happened to you right close to home. Because right now you ain't mad because that's some shit. That's in Dallas, Texas. But I'm telling you, it can happen right here in your backyard.
And until we learn to have that attitude where when you do something to one of us, you do something to all of us. We're going to continue to be fucked.
That's what it is, man. Say, man, I had a beautiful time with my man. I want to thank him for coming through.
Appreciate the invite.
Man, any last words?
No, man, just like I said, man, all I want for us as a people is to learn how to love each other, learn how to be unified together, and look out for each other, man. We got a lot of work to do. Because we all we got.
We got.
And if seeing stuff like this don't wake you up and motivate you to want to do better for each other, then we don't need you. Go on about your business. But those of us that's with it, we need to find a way to come together and, man, make a movement, because we got to make some changes, man. We got to do better as a people.
And I know you say, well, sir, y'all just talking all this shit for nothing. I don't give a damn. I initiated it. The conversation has been initiated. Now, where we go from here, me and Earl done did our part. Now, where it goes from here, it actually manifests or don't manifest. I'm going to keep pushing what I got to push. You're going to keep pushing what he got to push. But the part has been done. The information has been put out there. The thought has been out there. It's put in the air. It's on us now to come together, act, and make it happen. It can happen. I'm telling you, everybody is eating off the black motorcycle set, except us.
Not just the black motorcycle, eating off black people.
Period. They eat. They having it their way. Full plates, platters, the whole 9 yards, flying all over the world, private jets, and we in line at Delta.
Yeah. Black hair is one of the biggest businesses in the country, but the Asians got it on lock and it will not let you in.
That part right there.
And we keep shopping with them.
So that's what it is, man. Enjoyed you guys tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed me. Don't forget to support the channel, man. The YouTube channel, FHO Atlanta GA. If you haven't, tell a friend, man. Tell a friend, tell a partner, tell a pal. I'm on all major streaming platforms. However you listen to your music, on your cell phone, on your computer, at work, man, tune it in, man. Let them know about it, man. Subscribe to the channels, whatever it is. Don't forget, man, all donations are welcome. Cash App, $FHOHNIC. PayPal, fastholizon@gmail.com. Your donations help me continue to grow with the equipment and everything I need to put this stuff together. This ain't no punk shit that's going on up in here, man. This is state-of-the-art stuff, and we constantly upgrading. I go to, y'all know I'm in college, YouTube University. So that's the college I go to. I'm constantly on YouTube, upgrading, learning this, learning that, and I thank you guys for the support and the love and what you do. My man Earl, again, it's a special thanks for me. for you to show up tonight, man, to give me your time. I know you worked all day today and all during the week, so it is what it is. Savannah Rare Breed this weekend. Also, don't forget Blues on Twos in Alabama as well this weekend. So it's going down, man. You don't have no choice to ride your motorcycle, man. But shout out to Savannah Rare Breed. It'll be going down this weekend. I love you. I appreciate you guys all, man. And it is what it is, man. Don't forget, mind your own business, ride your own ride, stay in your own lane. Have enough love for you, so when I need some love, Earl needs some love, we can get some. And 2019, we're going to love to ride and ride for love, man.
God damn. It's Big Cell. What that mouth do besides tell the truth on FHO Podcast Radio.